There's nothing I hate more than a statement that says, you should, or never. And I made one of those statements, sort of, last video in regard to how to make your freestanding handstand legit. What I said in the first video was, I didn't believe that the wall handstands was doing anything to contribute to my freestanding handstands. I purposely stretched the truth a little bit on that because I see so many people overusing wall handstands and thinking that's going to give them a great freestanding handstand. The truth is, somewhere in the middle. Handstands against the wall can work when done correctly, and that's what I'm going to cover in this video today. Remember, the student you'll see in this video, he's not at the level of doing handstands that I would prescribe in his workout against the wall. We would start back with wrist prep, hand prep, scaption and strengthen the shoulders, moving to headstands, and then finally moving to handstands. So, know that he is not at a level that we would prescribe this, but I want you to listen to how I guide him and instruct him and follow along with my guide and instruction because it's exactly how I would teach somebody else how to do a handstand if I was there in your home with you. So, let's get to today's video. If you were to kick up to the wall to a handstand, how would you put your hands on the floor and then get your feet up to the wall?
Okay. If I place them here, and then I would just launch myself up.
Yeah.
So, is it? Oh,
exactly. Try it again. Okay. And then your feet will come to the wall and then come on back down. Perfect. That's the perfect example to start. Okay, that was uncomfortable and weird, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and stand up. Let me show you what to do. Okay, so Vince, if you could stand, here we go. Take your arms over your head like this. All right, dude. Keep yourself as steady as possible. Don't let me move you around. Okay, tighten up as tight as you can. So squeeze your glutes, pull your tummy back, brace your shoulders like you've got an overhead press going. That's better. Push from here. There we go, that's better. Okay, so two really important things. Vince, turn look this way. All right, arms up overhead. Vince has pretty good overhead reach. Okay, if you're doing overhead reach and you can't get your arms up higher than here, that's the first thing we need to cover, and that'll be in the stick drill. There's a strong likelihood you're doing this drill wrong. If you've never seen this drill, this is our stick drill that we use at ProKind. If you've seen this drill before, let me show you what you're probably doing wrong. As you come up and around, you do not want to pop your rib cage forward and let go of your abs and T-spine to get the drill all the way around behind you. What you need to do is to hide your rib cage by tucking it into your torso and engaging the belly muscles, and then lift up, shrug around, and maintain that abdominal control throughout your drill. If you're doing stick drills and you're popping your rib cage forward, look at the arch that's in my back, and then think that's how you're going to be holding a handstand, because that's where you're up overhead. You're training yourself to stay in this extended position rather than staying hollow and locked and hiding your rib cage inside your torso. If you've never done this drill before, this is PVC, or take a broomstick or a stick of any kind, I guess. Don't use a towel and don't use a pool noodle, which is what my folks at the gym use when they have no other option before their swim, because it gives you numb. It doesn't let you hold on nice and tight the entire time as you work your way around and back up. The easy way to progress these, if that goes well, is to move one finger's width in at a time, continue the drill, and then another finger's width, and so forth, till you hit your work point where you go, okay, if I go any closer together, I'm going to have to bend my arm or get into a funky position and then finish the move that way. Let's get back to handstands on the wall. So we're overhead now. See me? I'm overhead. Not really. We're going to be practicing the overhead position while laying down. This is how tight you want to be in your overhead position. We want quads squeeze as hard as possible. Point your toes as hard as you can. That'll help you squeeze your quads more. Squeeze your inner thighs as tight as you can. Flex your butt cheeks. Engage your core. That means pull your abs down. And then press those arms away from you and hold that isometric. Oh my gosh, I'm cramping after that. I just hit a long session of gymnastic strength training, and so I'm all lit up. But that's your goal, to get to that point as well too, where you can squeeze so hard that you can create tension, a little bit of cramping in your entire body, because that's how stable you have to be when you do a freestanding handstand. We're now going to translate that to the wall with Vince. Okay, so when you kicked up, I'm going to show you what you did last time. So you were in your setup, you got yourself up to the wall. That was much better the second time, but we were kind of hanging here. Things were a little soft and loose. What I want you to do this time, focus on pushing the floor away, squeeze your inner thighs together tight, and then have your butt squeezed away from the wall, okay? And then we'll come down. Same step, lunge, arms are overhead, press, inner thighs and butts.
So you want me to bring everything together?
Yes.
And then squeeze her?
Please do.
Okay, let me go this way. All right, so press.
You got this. Big lunge, overhead, press. Try it again. You almost got it. Bring it all the way back up.
You edit this stuff out, so might have to do some practice runs.
Get a little closer.
Yeah.
Get a little closer. Okay, lunge, bigger. Kick. One more. So cardio. So this is a good tutorial. He's starting from back here. This was a problem I used to have with my handstands as well. This was the size of my lunge, and I try to kick up from there. We're tall. We're not legitimate gymnasts who are 4 foot like 9. So we need a long stance, because then you get to push off from that front leg a little bit more, and you've got that back leg already out behind you.
Okay, so I'll get a little closer.
Long stance, bigger lunge, wider. Step out more. Yes. Bend this leg more. Now go from there. Up. Okay, grab on the wall. Good. Now, you ready? Squeeze your inner thighs together. Squeeze your butt cheeks as hard as you can. Good. Pretend we got a foam block right here and squeeze it as hard as you can. Good. Keep working on that. I'm going to let you go. Hold there. Next thing to do, relax your head away from the wall, and then come on back down. Awesome. That was 100 times better. Right?
Yeah.
That's more work, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's a lot of squeezing, that's a lot of pressing, that's a lot of holding. That's different from when you just kicked up the wall the first time. You're like, what about handstand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That handstand is what you want to be practicing for this week, in addition to the stuff we worked on last week. Don't worry, if your arms are here or your wrists are a hot mess and you're not ready to go to the wall yet, that's cool. Work on your foundations where you're at, and then we'll kick up from there. I'm Kate, sweating my butt off because I just did a long workout, so did Vince, and we finished with handstands. Thanks for watching.